Welcome to the NorthXshow Quickie. My name is Rod. I do this video blog from my truck for those of you who may be checking this out for the first time. And to those of you who have been watching and sharing this on Facebook for me, I do appreciate it. Got to go quick because I got a lot of stuff to cover today. We're about a week out from the election where President Barack Obama was re-elected. And I have since rebooted my political operating system to its last known good configuration, which was somewhere in 2011. I'm back there again. I heard a commencement speech in the spring from Mitt Romney, which got me back on the political bandwagon. But after this last defeat here, I'm now back where I was, which is Republicans and Democrats both stink. Now, I'm a conservative, and I believe the guys on my side are a bunch of pussies, basically. I got to hand it to you liberals. At least you know what you believe, and you stick by it, and you're not afraid to put it out there, as evidenced by the last campaign. Guys on my side, not so much. A little bit timid. They don't want to say what it really is. So that's where I'm at right now. I also believe that America is an addict, and government is the drug, and we haven't hit our bottom yet. Just my opinion. I'm sure a lot of you probably disagree with me, but it's pretty obvious that, in my opinion, continuing down this road is going to lead to, I would say, some pretty drastic times. I don't know, maybe not. And I think it's one of two outcomes here as we move forward into the next 4 years. It's either going to be the greatest thing we've ever seen, or it's going to be the worst. I don't think there's a lot of middle ground there. I can't believe that the guys on my side of the aisle are as afraid as they are of basically speaking what their ideology is. And so that's why, like I say, I'm back to where I was. And what that is I'm a conservative. I've never called myself really a Republican. I've always considered myself to be just a conservative type of guy. I do have a few liberal, believe it or not, a few liberal leanings on some things, but for the most part conservative. And that's the funny thing. A lot of you out there who listen to this, friends of mine, and I know are liberals, you guys vote liberal, but you really kind of live conservatively. You live and live by a lot of conservative values, but when it comes time to vote, you vote on the liberal side. Just making an observation. I'm not making a judgment call. I'm just saying I'm calling it like I see it. A couple other things that I wanted to get to here. This whole General David Petraeus, or I guess I call him that because that's what I remember him from, but CIA Director Petraeus and this whole affair thing. Now, do you really think that this is just an affair? Really? Do you think that's what it is? Or do you think it's something more than that? Because I do. I really do. This is way too convenient, folks, for this to just be some little, tryst that some guy's having. Now, there's a connection to where I am at right now, which is North Dakota. I guess this Broadwell, his mistress, her parents live in Bismarck, North Dakota, believe it or not. So I was kind of shocked to hear that. Maybe some of you didn't know that, but I heard that yesterday. And this goes all the way into the Middle East. This whole scandal is leading towards the Middle East, and it's leading towards Benghazi. Now, don't you think it's a little bit fishy? Don't you think something smells just a hair off when all of this crap's coming down on what happened in Benghazi? And I don't even know. There's some serious conspiracy theory there too, as far as this annex in Benghazi was actually a CIA secret prison. So, there's a lot here, folks. And usually when there's this much here and it's just this convenient, there's usually something going on. Now, there's a movie out right now called Argo, starring, I can't remember. I got a mental block. Can't think of his name. Crap. Ben Affleck. There we go. It's called Argo, and it was a book. Now, the CIA guy that wrote this book revolves around the hostages in Iran back in the 70s and their rescue. Part of that rescue was done as a movie plot, is what he says. The CIA uses this tool, like they build a movie plot around these scenarios, and that's what we're watching with this Petraeus thing. It involves the CIA. It plays out perfectly in my opinion. It looks fishy. Okay, so I don't know what you think. You tell me. I'd like to know. You think this sounds just a little bit weird here that this would all come out now? Because look what's happening. Our attention's all on him and his affair and what did he know and who knew about him having an affair and all these emails back. Here's another thing that bothers me. The head of the CIA doesn't know that emails can be traced. Look, dude, I'm a truck driver. I'm just a guy, and I know that everything I do on the internet can be found. So you're telling me that the head of the CIA and all these women that were also in government type positions, who it's obvious, everybody that's in business, you have to, it's a law, you have to keep your business emails. How would they not? The government can track all that stuff. So you tell, I'm supposed to swallow that the head of the CIA didn't know that some of the things he was emailing? Come on. I'm not that stupid. I'm not a conspiracy theorist either. Really, I'm not. I'm not one of these whack jobs who believes in all this weird crap. But this one's got me wondering. It really does. And it should have you wondering too, because it's way too convenient. It's way too easy. Now, if you haven't paid any attention to it, if you don't know exactly what I'm talking about, do some research. Go on the internet. Read the stories. And then you tell me what you think, because I'd like to know. I think this this adds to the whole Benghazi scandal and cover-up. All right? So there you go. NorthXshow@gmail.com. I want to know what you think about this. You think this is just an affair? Or do you think this is something much deeper? Much. Because you know what? I'll tell you right now, this affair could have been going on for, and it has been from what I've understood, it's been going on for a long time. Why does it come out now? Why just now was it discovered? I think they with many positions in government, I think that these things are held back and saved until they need them. That's the minimum. That's the minimum amount of conspiracy I'll put into this. At the very least, people knew about Petraeus' affairs and sat on it until they needed it. That's the minimum. The maximum goes even further beyond that if you want to go that far. But that's the minimum that I think is happening here. And that alone is enough to go, what's going on? What's going on in our government, really? All right, so like I said, northxshow@gmail.com. That's the email address. Oh, and I can't forget, hi, Mom. Here. Hi, Mom. There's my hand. My mom watches these, I guess. So I don't know why, but she does. So I had to say hi. Hey, thanks to those of you who share this and continue to do so on Facebook. Pass it around. The more listeners and viewers or whatever I can get to this thing, the happier of a guy I am. So there you go. That's the North X Show Quickie for today. We'll talk to you later.